All right, everybody. Welcome to Big Ben and Ty Sports Cave. We got Ben, and on the end there we have Wade. All right, Wade, go ahead and tell us all about this Indian restaurant.
I would love to thank a sponsor of mine, Bayleaf Indian Restaurant and Bar, #1 Indian restaurant in the Peoria area. 4.8 star review out of 5. Great place to eat. Great place to take a date, and a great place to go before going to a Rivermen game. Free to park your car there after you enjoy a pregame meal and head on up to the game. It's only a couple blocks away, and you're really going to enjoy the food at Bayleaf. Great food, great service, great atmosphere.
Now, do they cater to your taste? Like, say you can't handle like really hot stuff, can they like give you something like mild or?
Absolutely. You can have mild, medium, or hot heat, but basically everything on that menu. They got something for everyone on that menu.
Right. Awesome.
All right.
So again, everybody, before the game or even not before the game, go to Bayleaf Indian Restaurant and Bar, and they'll treat you good. So
yeah, like I said, get over there, get some food. Tell them that Wade sent you.
Exactly.
Yeah, say Wade sent you.
All right. We also want to thank.
We also want to thank Slozzy and the Three from Hell for letting us use a couple of their songs for our intro and outro for the show. Very much appreciated. So if you want to see them, they're actually in a band called Killer of Giants. They are the nation's #1 Ozzy Osbourne tribute band. So if you see them in your area, check them out.
We'll definitely do that. All righty, we'll get right into the hockey talk here. Bison won last night against the Heartlanders 3-1. They will play again tonight in Iowa against the Heartlanders at 6 p.m. Bradley is against Washington University St. Louis at 7 p.m. I believe they played last night, couldn't find the score, so good luck to Bradley. Mustangs was against West Bend last night. They lost 8-1. And then they will also play tonight at 7:30 in West Bend. And for the Blackhawks, I think you're muted.
I was coughing, so I was trying to be nice and not cough over everybody. Anyway, Blackhawks lost against the Devils in overtime 4-3, and they have a game tonight at 6 p.m. against the Maple Leafs. And the Blues lost in overtime to the Kraken 4-3. No, that's the wrong one. They lost against the Flyers in a shootout. I can't read, apparently. It was 6-5, and then tonight they got a game against the Golden Knights at 7 o'clock.
That's going to be probably a tough one too. So
yeah, that is going to be a tough one. Both teams are going to be tough because the Maple Leafs are still pretty good for a Canadian team, and
yeah, no, we us Blues fans, we're kind of hiding in the shadows here because I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what they got to do. Something's got to give here. But of course, I've seen them go from last to winning a Stanley Cup. So who knows?
True.
We got a little bit more time. Good morning, Eric.
I'd rather not take that route again if they don't mind.
Yeah, I'd rather not either.
I don't blame you guys. I don't blame you guys one bit. I'm the way with the Blackhawks. It's like they lose, and it's like, well, they did win 4 out of 5 years.
So
barely, but.
Alrighty. Well, we'll talk about the Rivermen here. They won 3-2 in a shootout last night against the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs.
Woo!
Scoring for the Rivermen was Garrett Devine, and Ario Adanier, which he got his very first professional goal last night. Congratulations to him.
All right.
I know he's been working pretty hard, and he is doing really good for us. The two that scored for the Dogs was Mueller, I believe that's how you say it, and Fetchko was the two. And then the big goal to win in the shootout was Corey Dennis scored in the shootout,
All right,
which
awesome.
I'm glad he was the one that kind of won because he kind of got the payback because he's the one that took the penalty in the overtime and almost lost us there. Tino, we'll get into a discussion about Tino here in just a little bit, but his stats were he saved 38 out of 40 shots. And then, of course, in the shootout, he stopped all 5 shots.
Nice.
He had a 95% save percentage.
That's good.
So, as I was watching, it was hard to watch the game last night because
Yeah, I
Roanoke's
noticed that
camera,
too.
the camera view is just it's terrible there. It's dark, like I'm sitting in the dark right now. This is how dark almost it was
Right.
to me.
And then
I
they couldn't
can't
figure out if they wanted to be up close or really far back when they
yeah,
were like,
and
it
I
was
couldn't
like
barely hear him.
super slow, and it was like following the puck, and like you said,
Yeah.
barely hearing it. It's like
I had
like-
my TV on 100% on volume, and I could just hear him.
I had my earphones on with the thing at 70, and I still can barely hear it.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's their issue or I don't know. But yeah, no, the game, they started off slow. Me and Wade were talking a little bit back and forth. I agree that both they looked okay, but it was a little sloppy at the beginning of the game. They had passes that were not crisp, and the defense just needed to tighten up just a little bit more because Tino did save them throughout the game. Wait, what do you get out of maybe we'll start with the first period. What did you get out of the first period?
I mean, the first period started out, I think, pretty even amongst both teams. They both more or less kind of got off to a slow, a little sloppy start. I would say the Rivermen still were executing and outperforming the Dogs by a bit. I'm not saying they dominated by any means, but
Yeah.
I still think they were outperforming and executing better than the Dogs. Definitely, Dogs got out to a slow start, had a few good looks, but for the most part, Rivermen were right there, and like I said, they outshot them 10-9 in that first period. So I mean, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't that bad of a first, considering. And we got didn't we get both our goals in the first as well?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe we did. I can't. I didn't write that down. I guess I should write that down next.
I should have wrote that down too.
But yeah, no. I agree. They looked started off slow, but Rivermen did look like they were the better team in that first period.
Yeah.
And I was actually really surprised about the physicalness. It wasn't like it used to be against them. Usually, you see a big hit almost every single play, but it seemed like they were trying to stretch out the teams a little bit. Also on our power play, we were struggling on the power play last night, and Roanoke did exactly what Evansville did to us. They came at us, and I think that's going to be a problem that maybe they need to work on a little bit with their power play. I mean, if the teams know that, hey, if we attack them on the penalty kill, they can't do much, and Evansville did that, and our power play suffered because of that. And And they did that last night. The Roanoke did. I mean, do you agree on that one, Wade?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both penalty kills are pretty strong, especially from the dogs. At one point in time, dogs on the penalty kill almost looked like they were on the power play. I
Yeah.
mean, it was bad. I mean, Rivermen were 0 for 3 on the power play total, and Roanoke was 0 for 5 on the power play total. So penalty kill for both teams was pretty rock solid throughout the game.
Yeah. And Ben, what did you get to watch it last night a little bit?
I tried to watch the first half, first period, I should say, but like you said, it just got too annoying with me to watch it because of the lack of lighting and the lack of sound. It's like and my hearing's bad anyway. So even with earphones set at 70, it was still hard to see, and my eyesight's bad, so it was kind of hard to watch. So after the first, I really didn't watch much of anything.
Yeah, and it was also hard to see who had the puck because the Roanoke was wearing, I believe, camouflage jerseys, and we were wearing our home dark navy blues. And it was just like the lights are already crappy in Roanoke. Now we're way up here. The camera's way up here, and it's like, is that a Riverman player? Or is it? Oh no, that's a Roanoke player.
Know when Garrett Devine scored.
Me either. I was just sitting there, and then I looked at my wife, and I said, "Oh, we scored."
Yeah. I just heard Jason say it scored, and I was like, "Oh, he did. Okay, yeah."
Yeah, because I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, okay, where at the Carver Arena would this camera be if they actually did put it there? And the only thing I can think of is like all the way at the top above the box seat area.
Actually, where they put the camera at the Civic Center is perfect.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if they won equal to what we seen last night.
Yeah, it was like shooting.
It was dark and super far back, and everything.
Yeah, no, I think that's the only place that I hate where they play because it's just so dark. I know Evansville is a taller camera view, but it's much lighter in there. It looks like, so you can actually kind of tell.
Like they actually got more lights in there than.
Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know. I'm not trying to be a complainer, but I mean, it was.
Well, I mean,
it was tough. It was tough to watch the game.
If you want to watch a good game, you have to at least have the video good. It's like.
No.
It's like the lighting from Owen Center being at the Carver Arena is what it looked like last night.
Yeah. So, enough complaining about the camera view. So, let's move to the second period, which I don't believe they didn't score. Any of them scored on the second period. I don't believe. Like I said, I guess I need to do better and write this stuff down.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I'm pretty sure both Rivermen goals came in the first. I believe the only goal in the second was scored by Roanoke, and that was in the literal last minute.
That's right. Yep. Period. Yep, I remember that now. Yep. That was Mueller's goal to give the Dogs one score. So we went into the third. Morning, Sammy. So we went to the third leading 2-1. And usually when the Rivermen are leading 2-1 going into the third, us Rivermen fans, we know we're comfortable. I mean, we got Tino in the goal. Our defense is looking pretty decent. Like I said, they just kind of let that goal slip in. And then the third kind of turned into the Dogs period. I think that goal in the last minute gave them momentum going into the third.
Okay, I think I got the game report for the Rivermen game last night. So
yeah.
Can you let me know anything?
Okay. And so there was a great save. I'm going to say it. There was a great save by Tino. The Superman save. But I'm going to bring up something that might be controversial. Does goalies need to go out of the crease to play the puck? Because Tino did that last night. I don't think he had any business going and playing the puck. There was plenty of Rivermen players there to get the puck, and there was plenty of Roanoke players there that could be a danger to that. Well, he misplayed the puck. Rivermen, they turned it over, and I mean it was just a tap in in front of the puck or in front of the net.
Right.
It bugs me because I think if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know if Roanoke would have scored again, but we don't know. But I think if Tino was playing on top of his game, I think if that didn't happen, we would have been not going into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Wade, I know you have an opinion on it, so let's get in your opinion. I mean, I don't know if you kind of agree with me, but yeah.
Yeah, I definitely somewhat agree with you, and I apologize if this is a long-winded answer. As I stated previous, I was a goalie myself when I played, and I always advocate for goalies leaving the crease to play the puck. I encourage it, but there's a time and a place to do it. You have to be able to recognize when to do it and when not to do it. Like I said, with Tino, look, he had a fabulous game. He really did. I mean, great save, great numbers. His one mistake, one silly mental mistake, could have cost the Rivermen 2 points.
Yep.
Should have cost the Rivermen 2 points. The way that third period and overtime went, I mean, hockey gods were on our side.
Yeah.
We probably should have lost that game. But, like I said, in this instance, Tino should have stayed at home and covered the net. That's his first priority.
Yep. I agree
And-
with Sammy. Your main job is as a goalie is guard the net.
Yeah.
That
and
is your.
when you have teammates around you and you have opposing players in the area, you stay home and you let your teammates take care of that. I don't know if he saw it in a flash, instinct took over and he thought he could get to it and clear it out.
Yeah.
I think he just had a mental lapse right there because I tell you what, like I said, there is instances where if you don't leave the crease to play the puck, you could set up the opposition to get an odd man rush or a breakaway on you and give up a goal. So there are instances to leave the crease and play the puck.
Yes.
This wasn't one of them.
No.
I mean, yeah. Even Eric agrees with Sammy, and it seems like everybody else. And I like to just agree with everybody else and say, excuse me, is the goalie is number one. The goal of the goalie is to guard the goal. Say that 5 times fast. But anyway,
I mean,
if there's no players in the area, get out of the crease to clear it.
Yeah.
But if you got your teammate in there, or even if there is a opposing teammate in there, just let it go. Just that way you can be in front of the net, so that way nothing can get through.
Now and Tino, like I said, he's a great goalie. That's twice now he's had a mental lapse in a game.
Yeah,
because I mean, if you really look at it, that's 2 times he's made almost a fatal mistake. He played the puck last night, and then at home he I don't know what he was doing. He took his eyes off his net for, like Wade said, for a millisecond, and boom, they scored.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think he was actually thinking about going after the puck on that one too. So, I mean, I know who was really bad about getting out of the net and playing the puck, and that was Levine. And he is actually our assistant coach / goalie coach. So, in my opinion, like I said, there's times where you need to play the puck, and then there's times to just leave it alone. And last night, I agree with Wade. Last night was a time where he should have stayed home, especially because I think there was 3 Rivermen there, and like 2 Roanoke. I think I'm guessing, but it's just I don't know. It frustrated me because I was like, what if he wouldn't have done that? Would they have scored? Would we have had to go into overtime? We don't know that, but as Rivermen fans, we're going to say the likelihood of them scoring again was slim to none because our defense in the third, it seems like they button up a lot. Like I said, Tino was on his game last night. He really was. He was looking really good last night. There was just that one goal that was a tip in.
Was that the one in the third?
That was the last one in the second.
Okay.
Was the tip in because
Okay.
Joseph Widmar, shot it, and the other guy tipped it right in, and there was nothing really Tino could have done on that one.
Right.
But with that mental lapse, he let him get right back in. And I know Wade probably has more to say on it. So do you?
Yeah, I mean, to me, like I said, it's all about instinct and timing. You got to have an instinct for it. You cannot hesitate, and you got to time it up. You don't do any of these things. There's never a time that a goalie mishandles the puck where it looks good. I mean, so
Yeah.
screw up the timing. You hesitate. You leave at the wrong time. You are extremely vulnerable to giving up a goal. So when you leave that crease, you got to already know in your mind, like, I'm getting that puck. Like, it's already decided. Now, is it 100%? Do goalies always get the puck when they play it? Do they misplay it? Yes. Of course, it happens. Happened to me when I played. It just happens, and unfortunately, it's not a good look. But, and like I said, in that instance, if I put myself in that position that he was in last night with the puck and with what was going on, and like I said, I was aggressive too. I left the crease, I played the puck because I'm a firm believer goalies have sticks too. They have sticks for a reason. They can play the puck. But in that instance, like I said, that was not the time to do it. You're putting yourself way out of position, leaving the net open, making yourself vulnerable for an easy tap in, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So it's just Tino. Like I said, I think instinct kicked in, and it was just automatic. He seen the puck and thought he could get to it, and unfortunately, he failed at getting to the puck. Took himself out of position, and there went the game tying goal.
Yeah.
That's just, and nobody needs to tell Tino he messed up. We don't.
No.
Coach
No.
Trudell don't. Eric don't. Tino knows what he did.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure he learned from that.
Oh yeah.
That one's on me. I should have stayed home.
At least we won though. So.
Well, yeah, and I'm just saying though, it's just one of those deals where it's like
it should have been better.
It should, and I'm sure.
It's a goal that didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm sure I'm sure Guy had a discussion because, anybody that knows Guy, he is very intense. And when you mess up, he will tell you. He'll straight up tell you messed up.
Reminds me of a few football coaches back at Eureka.
Yeah, and so, and I like Wade said, I'm sure Tino knows he screwed up, and I'm sure he was hanging his head going, well, I'm going to get yelled at. Because, I mean, yeah, I know that's true. The Rivermen could probably beat the Blues right now. I mean, it's sad. I mean, I think our AHL team could probably beat the Blues right now. Springfield could probably beat. It's just kind of getting off topic here a little bit, but
the Bloomington Bison can beat the Blues right now.
Yeah, I mean the Blues are just. I'm not sure what's going on. Like I said earlier with the Blues, but I think something's got to give.
They're playing like Quad City Storm.
Oh yeah, I mean, thing is though, they look good at the beginning of the game, and then it's like they say, all right, we got the lead, we can just relax a little bit. It's like, no, guys, hockey is not a sport where you can lay back. You have got to attack. Because, well, I mean, Wade, and you know as well as I do, Ben, you know as well as I do, teams can strike anytime.
Right.
So you lay back and you're going to let the other team right back into the game.
Well, I mean, look what happened in the third period with us. I mean, it goes 10-9 in the first on shot,
Yeah.
9-8 in the second, and then in the third, we were outshot 17-4.
Yeah.
That is inexcusable at any level with any team. I don't care where you're playing. And then outshot 6-1 in OT, and we start overtime on the penalty kill, and we end OT on the penalty kill. Again,
Yeah.
that's inexcusable. And like I said, with being outshot 17-4, being on the penalty kill twice in overtime, being outshot 6-1, and we win the game. That does not happen that often.
No.
No.
And when we went into the shootout, I was like, oh boy, because we are not very good at the shootout. That goes back even into the ECHL days. Rivermen have never been good at shootouts. But
to be honest, even in the IHL days, they weren't too good at it either.
No, they weren't. And I'm happy that I'm happy that we won last night.
Right.
But it's one of those deals where what could have been, and we shouldn't have had to go through all that stress.
No.
I mean, I was stressing out so bad last night, and of course, I'm already irritated because I can barely see the damn plays because it's so dark in there. And here I am going, oh crap. Oh,
Yeah.
did we? And then there was that one shot in overtime. I thought the puck went in.
It was close.
And I think Tino thought it went in because did you see him kind of slouch like, oh crap, we just lost. But then he's like, oh crap, I got to get back because, they waved it off.
Yeah.
And
I've seen a different angle of it, and it hit the top corner and shot across. So, we're talking about fractions of an inch from that game in OT.
Yeah. And like I said, when I saw that, I'm like, yep, we just lost. And then they waved it off, and I'm like, oh crap, get back playing, boys.
Yeah. It's not the way you draw it up at all. But a win's a win. It's 2 points. Good teams find a way to win in the face of adversity, although be it the adversity came to self-inflicted wounds and just laying back and not attacking the puck,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eric's comment there. Let's hope that for tonight's goalie stays his ass in the net and play the whole game aggressive. Which
I think it might be Jack Boston tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think we'll see Jack tonight. I really do. And he again, he's another good goalie. That's one thing that us Rivermen fans, we're spoiled this year. We have 2 great goalies.
Mm-hmm.
We have great in Latinovic and great in Bostet. And Bostet is one of them. He'll play the puck too. He will play the puck. And let's just hope that he makes the smart decisions and not do, I'm not saying not do what Latinovic did, but I am saying that. Don't have a brain lapse and say, oh crap, I think tonight's game is going to be another kind of, to me last night, it almost seemed like a boxing match almost again, 2 heavyweights kind of feeling each other out. It was their first game against each other this year. So, it was one of them. All right, what are they going to do? What are the Rivermen going to do? Well, what is Roanoke going to throw at us? And I think the Rivermen went out and played their game mostly for the first period and the second period. But then Roanoke came in on the third period and just totally, like Wade said, outshot us. And they played their game in the third period. Honestly, I think if Roanoke played all three periods that way, I think the Rivermen would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
They would have had to have really stepped it up. So tonight's game, I like we said earlier, I see Jack in goal. And I see Roanoke playing their backup, which I'm not sure who their backup is.
Well, no, their backup started against
Last
Tino.
night?
Yeah, that was Brody Clayus. Their
Okay.
starter is Austin Rodebush.
Oh, that's right. So I think we see Rodebush tonight.
Yeah.
I do. I think we see Rodebush in, and he's a great goalie. I mean, he is good. He does like knocking the net off, but that's another discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. This little. Oh no. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So last night I saw the defense in the third kind of have brain lapses too. And I want to talk about the actual rink itself. It is shorter, I believe, than
They said
any.
they have a shorter neutral zone.
Yeah.
Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
And
notice that too. It looked a little bit smaller than what we have right here home.
yeah, and I think they're the shortest one in the SPHL, which I think the Rivermen were having a little bit of trouble. Like the rookies were having a little bit of trouble trying to get used to that small neutral zone. And because, they're so used to the, wider neutral zone, and it does make a difference. It really does. I mean, I played football. I didn't really have to deal with any of that kind of stuff. But in baseball, when I played baseball, they have some outfields that it's really shallow and left and really big and right. So, I mean, you kind of have to get used to that. And I think the rookies were starting to get used to that. And I think it did give us a little bit of trouble with the passes.
Here's something I was thinking about that. Even if the Rivermen are used to a wider zone or rink in general, wouldn't that just make them go to the puck faster because it's shorter?
No, because timing would be off.
Yeah. Timing and congestion.
Yeah. I mean, because you have a shorter neutral zone, just like Wade said, there's going to be more congestion in that center because Roanoke knows.
So there's more people in the area.
Yeah.
A higher probability of turning the puck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah. And we had a lot of turnovers last night in the neutral zone, and that was one of my keys to the game. I said on Wednesday night is control the neutral zone. And we did not control the neutral zone like we probably should have. But like I said, it was the shorter neutral zone, and that's why I said it, because I was pretty sure Wednesday night they had the short neutral zone. I couldn't remember if it was them or what's that other team? The Bulls. I couldn't remember if it was the Bulls or Roanoke that had the shorter neutral zone. And then I kind of want to touch on that. Do you think, and this is for both of you, do you think the rinks should be all equal in the SPHL?
Well, I mean, if they're all equal and most of the other ones, they should be all equal in the SPHL.
It is tougher. It is tougher in this league to get them all equal, given the arenas, because like what you brought up, you look at the Bulls, it's almost like an arena like Owen Center.
Yeah.
It's not a big arena. It don't hold many people. The rinks are a little smaller sized overall, so it's just some of the teams don't have the market they would have to reconfigure the entire arena pretty much. And so they're kind of handcuffed in that department. Would it be nice to have obviously, that would be nice to be equal on all fronts, but I guess it's kind of minor league hockey, that's home ice advantage.
So would you say the Rivermen just got lucky being around as long as they have to have a good rink?
Starting out the way they did, being in, IHL and stuff, and
I mean, Carver Arena was built for hockey.
Yeah.
It was 100% built for hockey. That was the main purpose. Yeah. I also wanted to touch on something too. Last night, I don't know if you noticed it, Wade, but in the overtime period, Roanoke went out of their blue line and went back into their blue line, and nothing was called.
Yeah, I did, because like I said, I need to brush up on that rule, because the way I interpreted it is they cannot once they establish the zone and OT, they can't just shoot the puck out or back the puck out and reset.
Yeah.
They got to stay in the zone, and that's the way I interpreted that rule. But I seen it last night, and I actually seen it in another game where the zone was established, and the guy turned around and skated out of the zone, and nothing was called. And
they can skate out of the. So I read up on the rule. They can skate out of the offensive zone, but they can't skate back into their defensive zone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And last night, Roanoke did that. There was a player that went out of their defensive zone, went in the neutral zone, and then went right back into their defensive zone, and nothing was called. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's an icing call, because that's what it is. They call it basically icing. And I'm like, that should have been a call right there, and they totally missed that. I'm not sure if Grooms, because we all know Grooms, forgot about it and didn't call it, or what, but that should have been a call, in my opinion.
Grooms was doing Groom shit once again, and I wish these refs would fucking, excuse my language, would be more consistent, because he was letting them play in the first and second period, but when it came to the third period, if you sneezed on a player, he was calling a penalty.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's like, you either be consistent and let them play, or call everything.
Yeah.
One or the other. Don't just switch it up on the players mid-game, And that's
I get
been
that.
my issue with Grooms. That is his specialty. He'll pick a period and be like, guess what? I'm going to call this period different.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and
that annoys me.
Yeah. And the one thing I want to say too is when are they going to start filtrating two referees?
I heard that's going to happen mainly at the back end of the schedule, 25% of the games. So I think it's to basically get the refs chemistry together heading in to the playoffs. But I think I speak for all fans of SPHL hockey when I say two refs 100% of the time.
Yes.
That is what we need.
Yeah. I think all leagues should have two refs.
Absolutely.
I really do. I really think all, the NHL has two refs. The AHL.
Two refs.
Yeah. AHL has two refs. I was going to say the Feds have two refs. I did see a couple of the ECHL games only have one. I know one in Bloomington, they only had one ref, but I did see a couple of the ECHL have two refs. I think two refs would make it better, but I mean, if we get somebody like Grooms and Mrazek, if we have two refs like that, I mean, they're going to be blind either way. So, I mean, I guess it's one of those deals where, beggars can't be choosers. We gotta deal what we get. And of course, SPHL fans always say, well, Rivermen, they got the Revs on their side. No, we don't. Usually they're against us.
Yeah.
Even at home, they're against us.
It's like, when are they with us? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, and there's been a couple games where even I said, man, that was bad calls. Like, there was one game, I think, last year they played against the Storm. It was bad calls on both sides. I mean, the Storm was getting bad calls against them. We were getting bad calls against them. And, yeah, it's just one of those deals where it's
wasn't that game or two ago that I went with you that I was like, I'm blind as a bat, and I seen that happen, and the ref didn't see it.
Well, it was that high sticking that they should have called.
Yeah, that's right, the high sticking.
And of course, tripping. I mean, our guys get tripped all the time, and it's like, nope, no call. No call, guys. Nope, he just tripped over his feet. No, that was a trip call.
McChesney, I don't know if you've seen this, but it happened to McChesney. He didn't have the puck. He just got rid of the puck. And dude
got hit from behind,
cross-checked him right in the back,
and
knocked him down.
Yep, saw that.
Nothing.
Yep, I saw that too. And like we said earlier in the earlier podcast, they are targeting McChesney. Every team is targeting McChesney, and we've said it before, Wade. He is the reason why they are is because he is so important to our offensive
right.
Plays and stuff like that. So we'll get off our little soapbox area here. But tonight, let's talk a little bit about tonight. Wade, go ahead and give me your 3 keys for tonight and 3 players that you're going to be watching tonight against Roanoke.
Well, my first key is to play a full 60 minutes.
Yep.
I mean, we can't do what we did last night and expect the same result. I mean, we need to play a full 60 minutes on the road against a dangerous dog team because they are a good comeback team. And
they are.
They can ignite just like that. So we got to be ready for that. We can't lay back. Again, what you said, piggybacking off what you said for the first game, control the neutral zone. Got to do a better job at that because of the reasons we've already stated. And also, if it is Boston tonight, going to need them to stand tall because I guarantee you dogs are pissed about losing that game. And they're going to want to throw the kitchen sink at us. And so rather it is Tino or Boston, we need another strong night out of our goaltenders for sure.
Yep.
And, let's see, our 3 players to watch. Let's see here. I would like to see again Griffin Fox. He kind of wasn't. It's kind of starting to fade a little bit, and it's making me nervous.
Yeah.
So I would like to see him have a strong game tonight. That to me, that's very important. I'm going to continue to watch Corey Dennis because that dude's getting better every single game he plays.
Yes, he is.
And he's turning rapidly into one. I thought our best defender was Kyler Fenton, but I'm going back towards Corey Dennis on that one.
And I said it in the beginning of our shows. I mean, I think Corey Dennis could be one of our top defenders.
Absolutely.
And he's very good. I mean, look what he did. And a lot of defensemen don't get chosen to go in the shootout. And he did. And he did what he needed to do.
Exactly. And that's he steps up for us and he gets better. And you know, I can't ask for more out of him. I mean, the dude just keeps getting better every game. And then I would also, again, I need to see, I'd like to see Michael McChesney get on the score sheet. Like I said, when he gets on the score sheet, we're going to win, in my opinion. He's that dynamic of a player. When he's having a game, it's going to be incredibly hard to beat the Peoria Rivermen.
Yeah. So, Ben, go ahead and give us your 3 keys.
Well, it's multiple keys, but they're all 3. But anyway, as I always say, set the tone. You need to set the tone at the goal to stop the goals. You got to set. Sounds like we need to set the tone at the neutral zone because it's smaller than what we're used to, and we also need to set the tone in offensive by doing the first goal of the night, so that way we can kind of like have them be wary of, oh, well, if they're doing it this quick, how much quicker are they going to get into the next one? So hopefully that'll make them mess up just a hair bit in the neutral zone, and then our offensive zone to where we can get a goal or two to win the game. So that would be my take on the game tonight.
All right. So my 3 keys to the game, I'm kind of going to piggyback off of Wade in the neutral zone. I mean, control the neutral zone, and good things happen when you control the neutral zone. We've seen it with this Rivermen team. When they have 100% control of the neutral zone, nothing can stop them, really. I mean, even in the defensive side, controlling the neutral zone. That's one of my keys. My second key is probably defense needs to tighten up tonight. They need to tighten up a little bit because, like Wade said, they're going to come. Dogs are pissed, and they're going to start just throwing pucks at the net left and right. And the defense need to tighten up and make sure that they block the lanes, get some block shots, which Griffin Fox did good at blocking shots last night. He blocked 2 right in a row. So that's one thing he's really good at. We need to start kind of seeing that throughout the whole team, though. Laying out, protecting the goalie and the lanes. My third key: get momentum. Don't let the momentum change into the Dogs' hands, because that's what happened at the end of the second. They let that score, and the Dogs came out on fire in the third. I mean, like Wade said, we got outshot 17-4 in the third period, and that's because they had pretty much all the momentum. We got to not let them get momentum, especially in their barn. I mean, like Wade said, they are a comeback team, and they feed off of the crowd. I really do. I really think they're one of them teams that when they're high, they're high. When they're low, they're low. And we just need to keep the momentum on our side. Right. The 3 players that I'm going to be watching, I really would like to see Frank the Tank, get a goal. He's been close a few times. He's playing aggressive. And, those are some pretty good keys there, Eric. I think it's coming. I think Frank will eventually break out. Hopefully, I'm hoping he breaks out here soon. He's given 110%. He is. I don't see him taking plays off. I don't see him lackadaisical, playing. So, the second player I would like to watch tonight would be Bear. Our captain, he needs to, step up in time of adversity like last night. I'm going to go back to the Hagman days. Hagman said, all right, boys, get on my back. We're going. We're doing this. And Bear sometimes shows that but sometimes I see him just lay back and let somebody else do it. And maybe that's just the way he captains, which is 100% okay. But I guess I'm just so used to. I mean, we saw Hagman for how many years? I mean, he was our captain. He was the one that took us. And another one I want to see is Ao Adeniyi. Got his first professional goal last night. I think he's going to be played. I think he's going to play a lot more relaxed now that he got that monkey off his back. I think he's going to be a little more comfortable. He's like, all right, I got my first goal out of the way. Let's do this. Now I can focus on what I need to do to help this team. So I like to see him have a good game. I think he's due for another outbreak game too. He's been playing really good on the defensive side. I do see Guy putting him in winger sometimes too. He's been a forward a few times. And I think that's just to change up the physicalness, because Ao, he is a physical guy. I can just see him being more physical. So, with all that, anybody else has anything else they want to mention today before I go over everything else?
Well, again, thanks for Slazy and the Three from Hell for letting us use their music. And if you want to see them, they actually have a Ozzy Osbourne tribute band called Killer of Giants. So they're all around the Midwest, all around, the United States. So check them out. And the game is away, so we won't be seeing you at the game. So maybe we'll talk about the game later on Wednesday.
Yeah. Again, we want to thank the restaurant, Bayleaf Indian Restaurant and Bar. How they got plenty of food options, right, Wade? They got plenty of food options.
Plenty of food. Like I said, they got something for everyone, even kids. So
Okay.
I mean, they got food, spice level that fits your palate. They got a little something for everyone.
Yeah. So go down there, tell them that Wade sent you, and go and get a pregame meal, and you don't have to worry about paying for parking at the Civic Center. You can just kind of leave your car there, walk up to the Civic Center, watch some good hockey, and you don't have to worry about your car having to pay for parking. I need to go try that sometime, and my wife's a little sissy on the hotness, so I'm glad that they can maybe tone down the spiciness of the food. So again, I'm just going to read down the list here. Bison play tonight in Iowa at 6 p.m. Bradley is in St. Louis playing Washington University of St. Louis at 7 p.m. Mustangs are in West Bend. They play tonight at 7:30. And the Rivermen play the Rail Yard Dogs again tonight. I believe that is at 7:15, 6:15 Central.
Blues are playing tonight. Blackhawks playing tonight, like 7, 8 o'clock, somewhere right around there. So,
and going off topic here of the hockey real quick, we are going to be doing probably a show here soon to kind of get ready for the Dome.
Right.
The Dome is in December, so that is coming up real soon. So look out for that show. I'm not sure when we're going to do that show, but we are going to. Me and Big Ben are going to do that show, and we might have a special guest. I might invite a special guest on that show to talk about the Dome in December. So, anybody else have anything to say?
I got one question for you, Ty. I want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah.
Last Cable. It's been a healthy scratch the last 3 games, and Zimmer's been kind of filling in there. What do you think about him being scratched 3 games and Zimmer seemingly getting that role?
I'm not sure what's going on there. I was actually kind of wondering the same thing on that. I don't know if maybe there's an underlining injury and they're saving him, or they're just trying to give Zimmer the minutes just to see where he fits.
I mean, he could have a cold too, or flu. That takes a week to get rid of most of the time, it seems.
Yeah, but it's just weird how they just, I don't know. Usually they put people that are sick on the IR.
And he's not.
He's not on the IR. He's just a healthy scratch.
I did talk to our mutual friend. We have a mutual friend named Eric, and he said he sat around Last Cable, and Last Cable told him that he was a healthy scratch.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm really, 1 game or 2 games for rest is one thing, but now going out on the road, scratched for the first game of the Dogs, that's why I'm kind of sitting back, like, what's really going on behind the scenes here? Like,
yeah,
1 or 2 games is one thing, but 3 games and heading out on a road trip too, it's just like, is there something going on behind the scenes that we're just not
I mean, could it possibly someone, family member, someone they know passed away and they're grieving that and giving them time to grieve?
Well, I think that would have been known. Because, again, that goes back to some fans don't know that line. And
Right.
that line would have probably already been crossed, and that information probably would have already been out.
And he probably wouldn't have been in attendance at that game.
Yeah.
It was
So,
so he was there, he just didn't play.
and I just thought of this too. You know, we owe a couple teams future considerations. So, are they playing Zimmer to give him some playing time, and he might be one of those future considerations?
Well, that could be it too, yeah.
Especially with Gillette and Martin coming back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought about that because, I don't think they're going to trade Cable away.
No.
He is a household name. I just don't see them trading him away. But I just thought about that. They could be playing Massey to be like, hey, teams, that we owe you a future consideration. He's playing okay. He's playing good. Do you want him? I mean, it's kind of leading the bull to leading the cow to slaughter, but I mean, that could be a possibility. But I agree with you. I'm not sure what's going on there with Cable. I mean, we've seen him play. He's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just because this is his very first year in professional hockey. I'm not sure if maybe he is setting them out for practice. Like maybe getting him more ready. That's a toss up. I'm not sure.
Or maybe he's saving for Evansville.
Well, we need a lot of help against Evansville.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Literally our only 2 losses on the year.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be nice. Maybe I think next time we play Evansville, we may have Martin back. I know they're getting close. It'd be nice to have Gelato. I call him Gelato. It'd be nice to have Gelato back. And it would be really nice to have Martin back, another defensive core guy back there against Evansville. But yeah, no. Again, guys, I think that's it for today, right? Anybody else got anything to say? Again, on behalf of myself, Big Ben, and Wade, y'all have a great Saturday. If you can, get out there and support your local hockey. Like I said, Rivermen are in Roanoke, and the Bison are in Iowa. Y'all have a great Saturday. And again, what style do we do it, Wade?
We always keep it Rivermen style.
See you guys.